Good day, folks. This is your hillbilly historian coming to you from the mountains of the hills of East Tennessee and Appalachia. Today, I want to mention something about Adolf Hitler and his death, and the death of Eva Braun. Talk about a hoax, a perpetrated hoax upon the people of this planet. They try to make us believe that he and his wife killed themselves in the bunker in Berlin with the Russian army coming down on them. The Allies rushing into Germany from all directions. And he killed himself. Now think about that for a minute. You've still got a strong army. You've still got airplanes. You've still got submarines. You're still in charge of all this. Why would he want to kill himself? He was a narcissistic man who suffered from delusions of grandeur. And why wouldn't he want to live and start the Fourth Reich? And there's no reason for him to kill himself. Wasn't like he had to surrender. He could get out of Dodge. And that's what he did. When they claimed that they had killed themselves, Eisenhower, who was in charge of all the Allies on the western side of Berlin, he said he didn't believe it. Joseph Stalin, who the bodies were found by his troops, said he didn't believe it. And I'm sitting here today and I don't believe it either. I just don't think the man had it in him to kill himself. He had everything to live for. He failed, but he had been a failure before. He failed as an artist. He failed as a citizen of Austria. He was a total failure in life. Only when he got into politics was that nut job really accepted. Says a lot about politics. But anyway, they cut down the light poles in one of the main boulevards in central Berlin so they could land planes and take off. And he had access to planes. The Luftwaffe hadn't been totally wiped out yet. And he got on a plane, flew to the coast, got on a submarine, and first stop, Brazil. He went to Brazil. From there, he went to Argentina. Now, while he was in Brazil, he had shaved his infamous mustache. That was a great-looking mustache until it's associated with Adolf Hitler. Then nobody wanted to wear one after he made it very infamous. But he had shaved his mustache in Brazil, and a guy took a picture of him and wrote a letter. The FBI got a hold of that letter and the photograph and sent it to Washington, D.C. Now, Adolf Hitler and Eva Braun, they left Brazil and went down to Argentina. And he spent the rest of his life going from private hotel to private hotel in remote areas of Argentina. Now, Bormann, his secretary, had sent something like 50 billion francs to Argentina and had put that money in different banks, but he never allowed Adolf Hitler to have access to that money. But that money was used to make sure that Hitler lived a long life, a comfortable life, him and Eva, and they were taken care of with that money, but he wasn't allowed to have enough money to start his Fourth Reich in Argentina. But anyway, when communism collapsed in 1989, the first president of the new free Russia was Yeltsin. Yeltsin allowed Western forensic experts to come in and check out the bones from that fire pit in Berlin that was supposedly Adolf Hitler and Eva Braun. But these forensic experts went into Moscow and they did a study of the bones, did DNA testing, and it was not Hitler and it was not Eva Braun. So it was proven 45 years after World War II that was not Hitler and not Eva in that fire pit where those bodies were burned outside that bunker in Berlin. Hitler got the hell out of Dodge. He escaped. Now, there's an author that wrote a book called The Wolf, and that book is about Hitler's escape to Brazil and Argentina. And I think Hitler died either in 1962 or 65, but he died a natural death as an old man in his 70s. And there's witnesses that didn't want to talk until after he was dead. Their lives were threatened that if they exposed Hitler and Eva, and my understanding is Hitler and Eva had a daughter. And so the lineage continued. Now, I don't know if she married and had children or not, but that's for you unhillbilly historians to research and study. I just want you to know that Hitler did not die in that bunker. He did not kill himself. They went over, climbed on an airplane, flew to the coast, got on a submarine, him and his wife, and they went to Brazil. So this is your hillbilly historian giving you the inside story. So every time you see a documentary on television, History Channel or whatever, that says Hitler committed suicide in his bunker in Berlin, you shovel that horse manure into a wheelbarrow and you haul it off and dump it in the garden where it belongs. 'Cause it sure ain't true. There ain't no way that guy killed himself and killed his woman. So there you go, from the hillbilly historian in East Tennessee of the Appalachian Mountains.